Have you ever noticed something strange? The more you help people, the more they start expecting it. At first, they thank you, they appreciate you, they tell you how much your support means to them. But over time, something changes. What used to feel special becomes normal. What used to be appreciated becomes expected. And one day, you start wondering if anyone would even notice if you stopped showing up. It's a painful thought, especially for people who spend most of their lives taking care of others. Today's story from Quiet Growth Lab is about a man who learned that lesson the hard way. What happened to him changed not only how other people saw him, but how he finally learned to see himself. Adrien was the kind of person everyone wanted in their life. If something broke, people called Adrien. If a roof leaked after a storm, Adrien was there. If a wagon got stuck in the mud, he helped pull it out. If someone needed to carry heavy stones, fix a fence, or solve a problem, they knew exactly who to ask. And the truth is, Adrien almost never said no. People trusted him because he was dependable. No excuses, no complaints. Just a quiet man who always showed up when someone needed help. At first, he felt good about it. Honestly, who wouldn't? It feels good to be needed. It feels good when people rely on you. Every time someone knocked on his door, it reminded him that he mattered, that he had value, that he was important to the people around him. So he kept saying yes, again and again, even when he was tired. Even when he had things of his own to do. Deep down, Adrien believed something many of us believe. If people need me, they must appreciate me. If I keep helping, they will keep valuing me. And for a long time, he never questioned that idea. But after a while, things started to change. People stopped asking if Adrien had time. They stopped asking if he was tired. They stopped wondering if he had his own problems to deal with. When something broke, someone would simply say, Adrien will fix it. When work needed to be done, they would say, Adrien will handle it. And just like that, his kindness became something people counted on without thinking. That is what happens when someone is always available. At first, people are grateful. Then they get used to it. Then they expect it. Adrien did not notice it at first because he was too busy helping, but slowly the thanks became shorter, the requests became bigger, and the respect began to feel different. He was still needed, but he was no longer truly seen. And sometimes that is the hardest part. You can give so much of yourself that people forget it costs you something. They only realize your value when you are no longer standing there, ready to carry the weight. Then one winter morning, Adrien got sick, not just tired, not just a little worn down. He became so weak he could not get out of bed. For the first time in years, he could not answer the door. He could not fix the car. He could not climb onto a roof. He could not lift stones for anyone. At first, people came by. A few asked how he was doing. A few brought small things and left them near his door. But after a few days, life in the village had to keep moving. And something strange happened. The baker fixed his own wagon wheel. The farmer climbed up and repaired his own roof. Two brothers who always waited for Adrien finally carried the heavy stones together. People who thought they could not do things began to try. Some did it badly at first, some struggled, but they did it. Adrien watched from his window and felt a quiet ache in his chest. He had spent years believing the village needed him to survive. But now he saw the truth. They did not need him as much as they had made him believe. They had simply gotten used to him doing the hard parts for them. A few weeks after he recovered, Adrien was walking along a quiet road when he met an old traveler. They sat together for a while and talked about simple things. Nothing special. Then the old man noticed something on Adrien's mind. As they spoke, He picked up a small stone and placed it in the middle of the road. What would happen if that stone stayed there every day? He asked. Adrien looked at it for a moment and said, "People would learn to walk around it." The old man nodded. Then he moved the stone out of the way with his stick. "But if someone removes it every single time before people get here, they never learn what to do on their own." Adrien sat quietly. The message hit him harder than he expected. For years, he thought he was helping people by making life easier for them. And in some ways, he was. But he was also protecting them from challenges they needed to face themselves. Every problem he solved for them was one less chance for them to grow stronger. Every burden he carried was one they never learned to carry. Suddenly, the whole thing became clear. The stone wasn't really a stone. It was every problem, every struggle, every obstacle people face in life. And Adrien had spent years removing those obstacles before anyone else had the chance to learn from them. From that day forward, Adrien changed. Not overnight. Not completely. He still helped people when he could. He was still kind, but he stopped feeling responsible for every problem around him. He stopped saying yes just because he felt guilty. He stopped rushing in every time someone struggled. Sometimes he helped. Sometimes he stepped back. And he learned that both choices could come from kindness. For the first time in years, helping others felt healthy instead of exhausting. He finally understood something many people learn too late. Being a good person does not mean carrying everyone's weight. Sometimes caring about people means trusting them enough to figure things out on their own. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is give someone the space to discover their own strength. If this story made you think about your own life, leave a comment below. Is there someone you're constantly clearing the road for? Is there a problem you've been carrying that doesn't really belong to you? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoy stories that help you see life from a different perspective, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who may need this message, and subscribe to Quiet Growth Lab for more meaningful stories every week. Thank you for spending a few minutes with Quiet Growth Lab today. Take care of yourself, keep growing, and remember that helping others should never mean losing yourself. We'll see you again in the next story.